welcome back. It's been a long time, hasn't it? So, I haven't filmed in a really long time, but now it's starting to be summer and I actually have 100 subscribers, so that's why I'm making this video. I put out a poll, which actually only got one vote, but you know, it's one vote. And the one person that voted, whoever you are, thank you, they wanted to see a video about different things about Parson Russell Terriers, what I've learned over the years with Clover, and stuff like that. So this is the 100 subscriber special, I guess. So I'm gonna run over today some of the things I like to use with Clover. This is equipment like leashes, harnesses, stuff like that, and also like toys and brushes and other stuff. So if you're getting a Parsons, I'm going to try to give you everything I ever know, because I did have to learn basically everything on my own and I've made a few mistakes, so just trying to help you out. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one I have has to be one of the most important things, is a harness. So with a harness, I've had a lot of problems with it. I've tried at least 6 harnesses, I think. A lot of them do not work because Clover can push her elbow back and then get herself out of the harness. So it took me a really long time to find a harness and a lot of problems with it. So I'm going to show you the harness that actually works, and it has to be my favorite harness because, yeah, so you don't have to deal with that. So this is the Frisco's harness from Chewy. This one is meant to be pink, but I've had it for a few years, as you can tell by all the dog hair in it. So it's starting to fade. I also have a blue one that you will most likely see in most of my videos when I'm walking her, but today I brought the pink one, which is like our normal one to use. I love this because when you clip it on her, as I'm going to show you in a clip right now, it is very secure and she can't lift her paws out of it. I love that it has clips on the front and the back, even though it is not my favorite to use front clips. I've just had so many problems with this. And also this one isn't, these front panels aren't the best for the front clip. So if you're looking for a front clip, I do not recommend a front panel like this one. So the second thing that you would need basically would be a leash. So I'm going to show you my leashes that I have. So my favorite company to get leashes is Lupin Pet. They are an amazing company who has like really great leashes. This is her first ever leash. This is the Crazy Daisies pattern. And the other one, which is like my favorite one to get, is this one, which is the Shamrocks. This is a limited design one, so depending on when you check their shop, you may not be able to find it. They also carry collars and harnesses, and I think they carry weeping collars too, which I think is a very interesting idea. So I love these because they have such a nice handle, and the clip is nice and small. That's one thing I always have problems with Parsons, is there's these ginormous heavy clips, and you don't need that for Clover, basically any Parsons, because they're smaller dogs. So I love that these clips are the right size and are easy to open. And I mean, their patterns are just adorable. I don't like just normal plain cutters. So all the Lupin Pet patterns are super cute. The next thing I have is the long leashes. So I actually have 2 long leashes. One of them is a black one that is 16 feet. I like that one, and it's nice for walking at like hiking trails and stuff that you can't go too far and stuff. But my favorite leash is this one here, not the bag. Hang on. There's too much leash in there. It's a 100-foot leash from High Kiss. I think that's how you say it. I don't really know. But it's great because if I can find the clip in here, there is 100 feet in here, so it's a little hard. the clip is tiny and it's super well moving, which I definitely like. And I like that it's so small and it's really simple. It's, I think, 3/4 inches thick. And it's just really lightweight, and it's nice because Clover can have the idea of being basically off leash, but I don't have to worry about her running into something. So I definitely love this leash. We brought it out a few times, and it is very durable. You would think that it would snap, but as long as your dog isn't actively chewing and gnawing at it, that leash will not snap. It's great for any off-leash training if you're trying to train your dog off-leash. And if I can find the handle is very small and doesn't have the padding of like a loop-in handle, but I like to attach it to this, which will be my next thing to talk about. So it doesn't really matter that much, but even if you have it on, it won't hurt your hand too much. So I think it's great. Off training leash is one of my favorites for training off leash because it is so long, and if your dog is always coming to you, even distractions and stuff, with this 100-foot leash on, then you have a pretty much solid recall, which is probably a video I will put on later on, is solid recalls on long leashes. So on to the next. So the next thing is actually something from Etsy. All the other things I've had are either from Amazon or Chewy, or actually from the loop-in leashes. I get those from their shop, which I'll link down below. Also, nothing sponsored today, so just making sure you know that. I'm not popular that much. So this is a Etsy product that I got that has to be my favorite Etsy product ever. I don't remember the shop, but I will put it up now, and I'll put their link down below in the description. So this is a waist thing. I think it's actually advertised as I put this on backwards. There we go. It's advertised as a dog walking belt. It goes like this on you. And I do have poop bags on it right now, but you don't have to do that. And there's a locking carabiner, almost like you would do for like climbing or something. So you would open this up, and then there's this thing, this loop here. You would put the loop in like that, and then you can put your dog's leash in here like that, and then you lock up the carabiner, and then your dog's leash is secure, but you don't have to use your hands. And there is a lot of these to reduce the tension. I don't think you can even see. There you go. So that you can reduce the tension. Gosh, that's hard. And it's really, really soft and padded. So I really love it. I do have another hands-free leash, running leash, technically it's called, from Etsy. Not Etsy. Easy Dog. Which is a shop I used to love to go to, but a lot of their products haven't worked out for me, so I haven't used their products in a very long time. But this one is so much better because with the Easy Dog one, it doesn't have any padding, but this one is super padding, and I love it for, again, working on off-leash stuff, so I can use both my hands. I can feed treats, I can do like touch signals and stuff. I don't have to worry about dropping leashes. And also I love it because I get to film. That is one thing that I have to say is super hard about filming with like walking and stuff as like a YouTuber who films dog stuff, is I always have to, I'm holding one hand with the leash and the other hand I'm trying to hold my phone, but it's a lot to do that, so you kind of need two hands sometimes, but you can't have two hands because one's holding the leash. So I love this for anything that you need two hands for, or even really one hand, but you want an extra hand. So this thing is absolutely amazing, and I am so happy that this Etsy shop has thought of this idea because it's just a lifesaver. Okay, the last thing that's kind of like equipment, I guess you would say, this isn't really much equipment for the dog than it is for me, but treat bag. So the problem I've had for a really long time is what treat bag to get, and this is the one that I feel like works the best. It's definitely something that I wouldn't like. It's a specific dog training treat bag. It's like not every person would want to use it because it is sometimes hard to do, but it's an amazing treat bag. So this one is the Pet Safe treat bag, and it opens like this. It's just nothing special, no magnets or anything. It's just these little things. Can't see. Uh-oh. There's these little metal pins here, and that's how it opens and closes. There's some treats in there. There is a pocket, if I can get it, there we go, in there that you can, really I don't know what you would put in there, but put something in there. There's also another pocket over here, there we go, that you could put like dog poo bags, or even like a phone could fit in there. And it comes with a belt thing where you can put the belt here, but I usually just use the clip because I have something with belts. I don't like wearing doggy belts. The only problem I've ever had with this, which is like the only problem I've had with like any of these products, is that this broke before, and it was frustrating because it was only a year old. And I'm expecting this one to break next year too, but it works well. It lasts me a really long time, for a year, because I do so much training with it. It's opening, closing, opening so much that I'm fine with it breaking and have to get like a new one every year. Maybe at some point I'll find a better one, but for right now, this one's amazing. And I actually do recommend getting this. I know that may scare you that it breaks, but it's fine. I do recommend getting this treat bag. It is an amazing treat bag. I've found no treat bag better than this. All right, so that is the end of all the equipment. So now I'm gonna go into toys and miscellaneous stuff. All right, so I'm first gonna do some miscellaneous stuff. This is like grooming, travel, stuff like that. Some of the stuff I have not here, which is like crates and other stuff like that, but I'll put some videos of some of the other things that are bigger right now. So this is my favorite crate. This is the Kennel Cab 2. That's the model, and I think that's where it's from, but I cannot say it, so you're gonna have to look it up yourself. This is a pretty older crate, so I'm not even sure if they have this model anymore, but it's very simple. It has a latch that you can open and a nice big spot. Clover can comfortably sit in here and move around, so that's always a good thing. There's breathe holes on the side, and there are little pins if you need to take the top off. You can do that. Simple handle on the top. Not much to it. This is something I could have shown you earlier, but I didn't. This is Clover's life jacket, as you may have seen in some of my videos, and this has to be my favorite life jacket. It's from Frisco. It has a little tail fin on the back, so she looks like a little shark in the water, which everyone always adores. It just has where's the clips? It has 2 clips and a Velcro to secure it. A nice clip here that you could attach either like ID tags, or I have attached leashes here before, and it still hasn't ripped, so I think you could do that too. Nice handle if you need to lift up your dog, and adjusters here too. And it's very buoyant. Clover has had a lot of rough housing in the water before, and it stays up. Also, if anyone's wondering about a crate and not a kennel, this is my favorite crate. Clover just demonstrated to you the sizing. She loves to go in here, so that's probably why she went in there. She fits very nicely in here. She has a lot of headroom and a lot of space to move around, so she's not confined in any way. It is from PetMate, and it's the Collapso Co. Kennel. Again, it's a very old product that I have, so it may not be available anymore, but you just lift it up, move, and then it has a simple opening. Down below, this sheet down here you can take it out to clean it if your dog's gone to the bathroom, anything like that in it. And as it says, it's a collapsible kennel. It is very hard to do, so I don't recommend doing it that often. It's not something to travel with, but you can take it down with these, and it folds into this size here, that size of a space. And I think it's just a very simple, nice kennel, and Clover has been crate trained a bit, so she does like it. Excuse the dark climate, but I just want to quickly show some of my dog's seatbelts that I like. Everything is black, so it's going to be really hard to see here. But one of my favorite ones is this one. It is a piece of Velcro that attaches to this part of your seatbelt. And then it has this little clip here that you can take on and off, which is nice. And then this part can attach to your dog, and it has an adjuster, but doesn't have any bungee because I don't like bungee with a dog seatbelt, but it does have an adjuster, which I like. The only thing I don't like about this one is it is attached to this, so if they really tried to, they can move back and forth, which is a bit frustrating, and that's why I like one. Also, this one's even hard to see too. This one attaches into your dog's seatbelt here, and it also has an adjuster but no bungee, and then it has a clip here, so the dog is stuck at the length that you make them and they can't go any further. The dogs, like Clover, could push this if she tried, but there are guards that you can put over the seatbelts here so they can't push it, which I really like. So I definitely recommend one of those if you're looking for a dog seatbelt. So these are the favorite dog bowls that we have. They're made of stoneware, aka ceramics. The company's actually not in business anymore because, again, very old thing that we have here. They're very, very old. We got these a really long time ago. But they're great if you can find them. Maybe they're somewhere, I don't know. They're great bowls. They're very heavy, which I guess people don't really like anymore, but I personally like it. And they're very heavy duty. As I told you, they are very old and they still look in perfect condition. And we have two different sizes, but you could really do water and food and whichever one you want. And Clover likes them. She doesn't mind them. She doesn't really care what you feed or give her water out of anyways, but she likes them. And they were a bit tall for her when she was a puppy, but now it's just a perfect size for her when she's 3 years old, so. All right, so smaller things now. So first I'm gonna do some grooming things. So first I have brush. I know this doesn't look like a brush, but Parsons are short hair dogs. They don't need much of a brush. They're not gonna get matted like other dogs. You don't have to brush them once a week, once a day, stuff like that. Like, I do recommend brushing your dog, okay? I'm just gonna mention that. Do brush your Parsons. That's not what I'm saying. But, you don't have to brush them as much as, like, long-haired dogs, like Malteses or stuff. So this is a brush that I love. You can see that there's Clover hair stuck on it. You put it on your hand like I just did. And it is a glove, and it's basically like the dog feels almost like you're petting them, but there's like silicone things to get the hair out, and it's great. Next is toothpaste. Clover does get her teeth brushed every single night, so toothpaste and toothbrushes is a very important thing, and I do think brush your Parson's teeth. Or any dog, actually. It's very important. It will bring you in the long run. It may take the dog a bit to get used to it, but I've been brushing Clover's teeth since 8 weeks. She's now used to it. She just lays there, lets us brush her teeth. She loves it. Please brush your dog's teeth. It will be amazing in the long run. So, the toothpaste I like to use is this one. It's really hard to say. It's from Vibra, and it's Nezga toothpaste, CET. I'll just put it up because I cannot say it. That is my favorite toothpaste to get. You can get it on Chewy and Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And it is just toothpaste. And it doesn't smell the best, but oh well. And it's poultry flavored. So it's, you know, made with chickens and stuff. To go with that, some of the toothbrushes I use is the same company, the Vibra CET pet toothbrush. This one hasn't been opened yet. I also like these toothbrushes from this company. They, I think, maybe advertised on Chewy as a cat toothbrush, but they're really good for Parsons because Parsons have tiny little mouths. You wouldn't think about it, but they have really tiny mouths, and a lot of toothbrushes do not fit in their mouth. So I love these toothbrushes. I do have to recommend that the toothbrushes that go like this, those don't really work very well, for Parsons at least. I've tried one before, they have never worked well. Next is nail clippers. This is something I've had a few problems with. We originally got, you know, like any other dog clipper. They were puppy clippers because I got Clover when she was a puppy, so I'm like, oh look, puppy clippers, that'd be good. But then we cut her nail too far, and you know, her nails, this is a really big problem of Parsons. This is why I've changed to this, is sometimes Parsons can have black and white nails. And that happened with Clover. In the black nails, you cannot see the wick. So this is a big problem because you're cutting, but you could hit the, you know, not the nail part, and the dog could, you know, bleed. Which is what happened with Clover, but don't worry, she was fine. It's okay. But after that, we decided to change to a filer, which has been amazing. So this is the filer I like to use. It's from Dreadmail, I think. Also from Chewy. A lot of things I get is from Chewy, so if you look up them, you'll probably be able to find them. And it's just a simple nail clipper. It has a high and a low setting. I usually keep it on the low setting because you don't need the high usually. And the battery pack goes in here. I have it off right now because I'm charging it. And up here is the filer. You can change these out. They give you a pack of 5-ish when you have it. But these things last pretty long time. We've had this for a while. We've done a lot of nail clipping with it. And it's still really good. And it's just really good because you can file their nails and you don't have to worry about hitting the wick because you can get it nice and filed. It does make like the edges a bit raggedy, but after the dog walks for a bit, it will clean itself out and it looks nice. So this is the dog clipper I actually recommend. I don't recommend actually getting just clippers because I really think that the filer is the good option for Parsons because they can have black nails and it's really hard to see. Still on the grooming. We're almost done. Don't worry. So next is doggy wipes. I love doggy wipes. They're helpful for basically anything. If walking the city, you can wipe them off. If there's gravel or salt melt or anything like that on your dog's feet, you can just do a quick wiping with them if they have dirt on them. There's so many uses for doggy wipes. These are the ones I like to get. They're from Burt's Bees. I've always loved Burt's Bees stuff. So when I saw that they had doggy wipes, I immediately like, oh, that would be great. So I do have to say they are amazing. They're the multi-purpose hypoallergenic wipes. And they're in this little cute bee package. They are nice little wipes that look like basically any other wipe. Oops. They just look like that. As long as you keep the package closed, they'll stay nice and wet. They're just a little wipe like that. And you can use them for so many purposes. You can even like wipe their eyes if they have eye stains with them. But the wipe that I like to use for eye stains is these. These are the Frisco tear stain wipes for dogs and cats. They're made with aloe version, so you know that's cool. But you can easily clean your dog's eye stains with them, and I love it because I like to keep Clover's eyes nice and clean. They're cute little, I'm not sure if you can see because everything is literally white in there. But they're just like this, and you wipe it, and then after you finish doing it, you just clean your hands and just make sure not to get in your dog's eyes. And they're really nice because they do actually work. They do take away the eye stains if you do it repeatedly. If you go like, oh, let me clean the eye stains, and then like a few months later, you try again with it, it's not gonna work like that. But if you repeatedly do it like at least every other day or something for a while, you'll see their eye stains go away. And I love that these work. And as much as I know this is like the only product on the market for eye stains, so I love that this is a thing. We are almost done with the equipment, and then we can go on to toys, and then I'm gonna also do treats because you do that one. And also I may add food into the treat area just because. So that's what I have are poo-poo bags. The poo-poo bag container also goes with this, which is this one. So I love these. They're from Wild One. I actually really like the Wild One company, and I'm debating if I should get more stuff from them because I love their stuff. But their poo bags and the poo bag container are an amazing thing. Their poo bags are unscented, which I absolutely love because I don't like scented poo bags. And they're made from cornstarch, which is like amazing. There are 10 bags in each of these. There's 6 rolls in each of these, with 10 bags in each roll. So there's like 60 poo bags in one of these containers, and they give you one of them when you get the poo bag dispenser. The poo bag dispenser is great because it's really flexible, and it doesn't come off easily like other poo bags, and it just turns like this to get off, and it has so many cute cutters and everything, so I love it. And even like the bag, when you feel it, you can feel that it's not like other things. It's made with like reusable materials, which I absolutely love. And they're good poo-poo bags. They don't rip easily. They're a bit large, which I mean, it's not needed, but some people do like large poo-poo bags, so that's nice. And they come in all these cute cutters. So next is clickers. This is something that is very important to me because I am a dog trainer. My favorite clicker to use is from this place. Yeah, I don't know many of the places because I got these things a long time ago. So I'm just gonna, put the places over there. I love this one because it's a nice loud sound. It's very precise. Clover does have another clicker, which is from Easy Dog, that is softer, but she doesn't respond to it as well. She's been trained for precise, louder clickers like this one. You can easily grab it, and it has this nice little boingy rope, so you can easily just pick it up and have your clicker ready to go. And it's simple. It's not anything crazy, and it's just easy, and it doesn't get in your way when you don't need it there. So I love this clicker. All right, so that's all the equipment I have. I'm now gonna go to toys. Okay, so it's about a week later, and I haven't had basically any time to finish this video up. So I finally found some time, so now I'm gonna finish this up. So I'm now on to the treat section. So what we have for treats that are my favorite are, obviously I have the basic milk bones. These, like any other dog person, I do like milk bones. They're very easy just to like give a low value treat that's easy. For Parsons, I love the minis, and especially the peanut butter flavored ones, or like the multi-flavored ones. Not the multi-flavored, but like they have like bacon, peanut butter, and something else in them. Clover really likes those. But the minis are great because you don't have to break them. They're perfect size for Parsons so that they can chew them easily, and it doesn't take them too much time. And milk bones are just an obvious, simple choice that you can do, but it is pretty low value, so yeah. The next one are actually like a newer company, I think, which is called Project Hive. And I love their little training treats. They're pretty hard, so it takes your dog to like a minute to chew them. But they are really nice. They're like, I think they're made out of honey. Yeah, ground peanuts and honey. And they're like these little shaped things here. Again, they're pretty hard. But I like Project High stuff. Their toys are amazing. Their treats are amazing. And everything about it is just great stuff. So these are some of my favorite treats to use. And Clover actually goes crazy for these. So it's some of my high value treats that I usually put in here. If I'm doing like my trail mix, I stick some of these into my treat bag. Okay, so the next ones I have are these. The next two brands I'm going to show you are both from Whole Paws, which is a Whole Foods brand. So it's a bit of a selective brand because you can only get them at the Whole Foods store. So if you don't have a Whole Foods store around you, then you're out of luck. But if you do, then I love anything from Whole Paws, but my two favorite things are these, which are the grain-free blueberry and cinnamon flavored biscuits. They're very big for Parsons, so I did break them up. So this is a normal size bone. If you don't have a Parsons, but you have another breed and you're looking at this video, that's like the normal size, but I've broken them into like little places like this, and these take your Parsons a bit of time to chew, but they're not that bad. I can hear Clover in the background. So they're great, and they smell like something you want to eat. Like they smell so good, and Clover absolutely goes crazy for them. And I use them as a fairly high value treat, but they're great. And also in all Whole Paws things, they have a story about a dog. This one is Huckleberry. The next one is also from Whole Paws. I love these things. This one's dirty at the moment. That's why there's dirt on it. But they're the grain-free again. I'm just to mention this quickly. I'm not a big fan of grain-free. I definitely think that dogs should have grain for sure. But you cannot find anything with grain. I've tried so hard. And things I do find with grain, I don't like them, or Clover doesn't like them. I just can't find anything. So I do not like grain-free, but everything I have is grain-free, just to mention that. So these are the grain-free baked salmon jerky bites. I love these things. These things are absolutely amazing. It's one of Clover's favorite treats. They're also from Whole Paws. The story is Tucker. They come in ones like this, but you can easily break these, and they're great treats. I love them. They're jerky, so they don't dry out like other treats. They're absolutely amazing. They smell amazing. Again, like they smell like actual salmon. I love it. It has so much protein also in this thing, which I think is amazing. These are some of my favorite treats ever. So definitely, if you have a Whole Foods near you, go to the pet section. Try these out. There's other flavors than the jerky salmon. There's like jerky chicken and some other things, but the salmon, it's amazing. I love it. My last treat that I have here that I'm going to show are, whoops, and the cover is open. Are these freeze-dried treats. But I have other treats that I definitely like that I don't have at my showing right now because Clover ran out of them. So I'll be showing those pictures of those treats, and I'll also have the links to the description of those treats in so you can see those. Some of the treats that I'll be showing you are some of my favorite ones that I've tried in the past, and Clover loves them. So I'll be showing you those. But the last one I have here are these grain-free treats that is from Stewart. They are the chicken liver ones, which sounds horrible, I know. But they're great. Clover goes crazy for them, and they almost make her like wacko, almost like she wants them so bad she'll bark and bark and bark. And they do make a lot of mess on your hands, and it like stays there, and the smell of chicken liver, which some people also say it smells like fish food, stays on your hands for a while. So I wouldn't say it's everyone's favorite, but they're really, really high valued. Whoa, and there goes the treats. There they are. They come, because they're freeze-dried, like if anyone's ever had freeze-dried like ice cream, those ice cream sandwiches, like the astronaut ones, or anything freeze-dried, like if you're going camping or something, you'll know that freeze-dried stuff does break apart really easily. So they come in a lot of sizes. You'll have like bigger ones, you'll have like small little bits, and at the very bottom there'll be like little dust that you can like sprinkle on their food. And they're great for a really high value treat. Like if you're going somewhere and your dog like needs to like really listen to you, you can use these and they will definitely listen to you. I can tell you, if they're treat motivated, they're gonna like these. Clover absolutely loves these. I'm now gonna go on to toys, and toys that I've absolutely loved because they stand up to Parsons. Okay, so I'm now on to toys, which is gonna be my last section for this video. If you want more information about Parson Russell Terriers, please tell me in the comments. I do not post comments, just to mention this quickly, but I do look at your comments. I enjoy reading your comments, so if you wanna post a comment basically to me, please do so. And if you have any suggestions about what you want to know about Parsons, please put those in the comments, because I will make another video about what I've learned about Parson Russell Terriers over the 3 years that I've had Clover, for any of you guys needing help. So toys have been a really problem with Clover because she's a Parsons and she tears apart everything, especially tennis balls. I'm telling you now, people who's gonna get a Parsons, I've had 2 Parsons in my life. Both of them tear the fluff off of those tennis balls. And I don't know why they like to tear the fluff of them. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a Parsons, I'm gonna give them a tennis ball. Like one of those ones that's like the dog tennis balls, but they still have the fluff on them. Don't do it. They're gonna tear the fluff off of it, and it's not a good idea. So I've had a very big problem with her because she tears apart toys and chews on ears of toys and feet or whatever she can get on that's a limb. And everything like that. So these are my favorite toys. Most of the toys here are going to be from Kong, because all the toys I've had that are like rubber from Kong have been absolutely amazing. I've had one Kong, just like normal, the Kong treat fillers for 3 years. I got it for her when she was a puppy. It still hasn't broken. She's used it 24/7. She uses it to eat, actually. She uses her Kongs to eat food out of. She doesn't want to eat food out of her bowl. She uses her Kong. Kong is amazing. They're fluff toys. I haven't had as much luck with them. She tears them apart. But the rubber ones are amazing. So I'm going to show you all the toys. So, of course, starting this off, we have Kong. So these are the Kong puppy frisbees. They're very, very flexible and they're great. I recommend for a Parsons getting the puppy one, because even though if your Parsons is not a puppy, the puppy ones are a great size for them. And I like the puppy ones a lot for the Parsons, so I actually have 2 puppy ones. These are my 2. I have a pink and a blue. Kong gives you a random cutter if you get puppy stuff. It's either pink or blue. That's why I have one of each. And this one is the really old one. I've got her when she was 8 weeks, and it's still, as you can see, perfectly fine. It's in perfect condition. This one I got later, and this one's also still in perfect condition. So I love these because they're so flexible. Clove likes to step on the frisbee and then bite it like this, so she can pick it up easier. She's just a weird dog, so your Parsons can easily pick it up with their mouth too. They can wave it around. It's a bit hard to play actual frisbee with it because it is floppy. It doesn't go very easily like a normal frisbee, but it's still great for just inside play. Next, I have the Kong tire. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of Kong things. Just wait it out. So I got this a while too. That's why the cutter is slightly fading, but this is great. She has not teared apart yet. We sometimes fill it with like her kibble, but it's really hard because it falls out. So mostly this is just a play toy for her. It's very heavy duty, but this is also puppy, by the way. This is the puppy Kong tire. It's very flexible, so it won't hurt your dog's mouth, but it's still very strong so that they won't chew it. And there's some treats that Kong makes, so you can stick them in these grooves to make it like an actual like fun activity toy. So you can get those treats too, or like you could be like us and just stick the puppy kibble in there. Though I can recommend that the normal Kongs, these work a lot better for filling food. You can get like a tablespoon of food in at a time, and it works. Adding to that, I will be showing the Kong, the normal, just regular Kong next. So this is Clover's like favorite toy in the world. This is our newer one. This is the Kong Classic, but the one that she usually has is the Kong Puppy, which you'll probably see in most of our videos if you ever watched any of them. It's a little blue one, just like this, but they're the same size. I think the Puppy and the Classic probably, I think, are maybe the same size. And they're great. You can either put treats in here that Kong sells, or you, as I told you, you can put food in here and you can like fill it with little like spreads and stuff like that. And it's just great toy. It has not, I've had this one for probably 2 years now, and it's still in perfect condition. So I love Kong products. I think that's the end of all our Kong products. But I'm just going to say this again, Kong products are absolutely amazing. And please get Kong products if you're getting at Parsons. I've tried so many toys, and Kong has been the best. So next, I'm going to have some more stuff from Project Hive. This is one of my favorite things from Project Hive, which is, I actually don't know what it's called, so I'm going to place it right there. And it's really hard, actually. Can I squish it? No. It's very, very hard, little honeycomb looking thing here, and it's very cute. Clover's been chewed at these edges here before, and it still holds up really well. You can stick one of their treats in here and it grabs it really well. You can't really stick food in here very easily, but their treats work really well in here. They fit really good. And you can also just play this as a play toy. It's slightly hard, but it's still very fun, and it's not easily chewed apart. So you can let your dog chew on this one for a while, and they won't rip it apart. Next are some things from Chuck It, which is another one of my favorite brands. Chuck It stuff has held up so nicely to Clover's endless chewing. She loves balls. That's her favorite thing, and Chuck It has so many balls. They also have Frisbees and stuff like that, and actually some of our favorite water toys, which I don't have us at the moment, are from Chuck It too, which I'll be putting up right now. So Chuck It has been amazing, and those are some of my favorite toys. She does tear those apart, so if you have a Parson, you're gonna leave them with those water toys for a bit. Don't do it, because they'll tear it apart. But some of my favorite balls from them are these. So these are the Breathe Right balls. I love these. This was the first ball, actually the first toy I gave her when we brought her home. And our original one has now been retired because it accidentally broke apart. But I mean, that was 3 years old, and it was endless chewing, so I do respect it, and it will last you, I'm telling you. But I'm pretty sure these are the medium ones. The first ones we got were the small, which fit really nicely for puppies. So if you're getting a Parsons, I recommend the small. But if you're getting an older Parsons, like after they've grown, so a year, I do recommend the mediums if you want something that fits in their mouth. But also the small fits in their mouth really nicely. It's just you can't grab it if you're trying to like grab it away from them. It fits in their mouth so nicely that you can't really get it out of their mouth, but the mediums fit nicely too. I love how there's so many holes. When they're puppies, they can just grab like one little bit with their little puppy teeth and hold it like that. And also when they're adults, they can do the same thing. It's a great ball to play with, and I just love them. The other one we have is this one, which actually came in a set. The other two I really like too, but this is my favorite one. It's actually called the Whistler ball, but I haven't figured out how to make it whistle yet. So I just like to play with it as like a normal ball. Clover loves it. It's great. There's nothing special about it, but it doesn't fall apart. It lasts us. It's a good ball. On to the next one is, all these things probably will be balls from now on because she has a lot of balls. Is the JW ball thing. I'm sure has a name, which I'll be putting up right there because I forgot the name. And this is another ball that has holes that I really like, because she can grab it here and you can play tug of war. Like, you can grab one end, she can grab the other, and you can play with it. She also has a small one, which is actually the puppy JW one. That one fits better in her mouth, but this one is just bigger, and she loves to play with this one more because it's bigger. Our last ball is this tiny little one from Playology. This had me for 1 year. If you look back at my videos for enough, you'll find it. We did the ball advent calendar. And this was one of the last balls we had, and this was her favorite ball. This was her winner. It fits perfectly in her mouth, just like I was mentioning with these for the small. This fits really good in their mouth too. And it also has a thing, that's why it's called Playology. When you like play with it, supposedly it will make peanut butter scent. Yeah, it still does. And it doesn't really wear away, which is great. And it has a really cute squeaker that Clover loves because she loves squeakers. And Clover likes those types of squeakers that are really high pitched for some reason. So she loves this. I think most Parsons will love these balls. They're great. Playology makes a lot of other things that I haven't tried out yet. They all seem to be great, and I think that any Playology toy you get would be great. This holds up perfect. She's chewed on before. It still holds up. The squeaker hasn't died yet, which is great because sometimes she kills the squeakers of like soft toys. So this one hasn't died yet, which is great. The only other toy I've ever had was squeaker. The squeaker kind of fell apart, so this one hasn't fallen apart. These work really well. The last toy I have actually isn't a toy that works really well. It's just Clover really likes it, so I don't recommend leaving your dog with this toy because they will tear it apart. But Clover absolutely loves it. It's this little dog. I brought her to PetSmart, and this was the toy she got for winning the junior division of the AKC virtual competition. So she picked out this toy. It's a long red sausage dog. And it makes this amazing squeaker. But it also has one up here. And it's her two favorite things. She loves like that low pitch thing, but she also loves the high pitch one. And it's soft, and she goes absolutely crazy for this. She won't have any other toy if this one's there, and when I put it away, like, okay, can't have this anymore because I can't leave her with it because she will tear it apart. She does not like that. She jumps and barks and whines. But definitely a very high value toy if you want a toy to like work with your dog with. If your Parsons is toy motivated, I definitely think that this could be a very good one for it. All right, that's the end of the toys and the end of the video. If you can think of any other categories that I should go over or any other topics I should go over for Parsons, please drop it in the comments. Links to some of the stuff will be in the description. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope this helps a lot. If you're getting a new Parsons, I hope you have so much fun. They're a very hard breed to work with. Sometimes they can be very agitating, but they're very fun and very training motivated. So thank you everyone, and hopefully a new video will be posted soon to this series. Bye everyone.